And we do not currently have 65 employees, but this is to allow us the expansion to grow to that.
What's the difference between
So the difference between the two is going to be your time and attendance services. Hold on. Time and attendance services. I'm trying to find the exact language so that you know exactly what's difference. So you have it in writing.
the two? And why are you looking for it? Are you asking one? Or you have?
No.
Both of them?
Just one.
Oh.
Just one. Just one. Yes, sir. We would just be voting on one. If you look at the back, uh, the pages are numbered, so page 5 of the packets. So one is for the smaller amounts, the $6,422.40 is for 2-time clocks. The $8,042.40 is for 3-time clocks. And so that would be definitely placing one in, currently we have one in the hallway. And this would be changing out our whole clock in and out system. So one in the hallway, one at Public Works for them, and then one additional at the police and fire.
Police was, it was, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You had, I think we agreed on two. It was one in Public Works and one in the, here up for the library and administration. And
Oh,
police
that's what,
wasn't gonna have one.
I'm sorry. That was the 3. We were gonna
Yeah,
put
it's
one
just two.
downstairs for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
library, so they don't have to continue to come upstairs to clock in and out. But we currently have 2. Is that right, Mr. Cobb? We
Yeah,
currently
two.
have 2.
I thought they was gonna use the same one up here, the library was, 'cause there's only 2 people there. I thought that was the agreement, to have one up
Instead of
here.
having 3.
Yeah, just have 2 instead of 3.
But we want to give the council the option that was, the options that were presented to us during our presentation. And they're waiving the setup fee because we're already a customer, so. And that was the $1,700 savings. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so.
Mm-hmm.
It says that, the annual savings of 2140 is during the promotion period. Is the 6422 gonna be the annual amount, or is this amount gonna go up?
No, that's going to be the annual amount because the only difference in the annual amount, if you go back to page 5, you'll see that the only difference in the annual amount would have been the $1,700.
Oh.
Yeah, so that won't change. Any other questions on? Yes, sir. No, we don't have one downstairs. I misspoke. Currently, there's one in this hallway. Is there one at
Ma'am?
Public Works?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am, they have one.
Currently, we
public.
have one across at the Public Works building, and then we have one in the hallway that is used by our employees here as well as the library. And the third one, if you opt to do 3, the third one would go downstairs for the library. Because the police, of
They're-
course,
right.
right.
So has there been an issue, or has the library, employees complained about the fact they have to come upstairs, or?
No issue. It's just, oh, no, that's okay.
Sorry.
No issue. It would just be a matter of convenience because, I mean, they come up for their supplies. They come up for Well, that's pretty much all they come up for is supplies and, otherwise necessary. So all of their, utility supplies such as, paper, whatever, all their office supplies, all of that is housed up here with everything else. We don't have a separate anything else. It would just be a matter of committee.
Have anyone down there expressed a concern about that?
No, no. Just in the conversation, when they were asking about our employees, about the setup of the building and, and all of that, we just explained to them where everyone was housed. And so they just threw it out there. I don't know if it's something we want to do or not, but they did give us that option. Oh, okay. So it's about a $1,500 difference for the additional time clock.
So I guess whenever it gets ready to vote out, it's okay, but whatever the clerk says, however, I guess I would have wanted to ask them the issue, but seeing that they do have an elevator, and it's not like they're climbing steps,
No,
I am taking that into consideration.
I will be honest with you. I think most of the ladies, both ladies climbed the steps for the,
Oh, they did?
for the,
Okay.
yeah.
Right.
And then, two of them are part-time, so we have the one full-time and one part-time. Well, and two part-times. I know. So it's, at the pleasure of the council, but I wanted to present both options and we can address that whoever chooses to make the motion. And then the other item that you have before you is going to be, the engagement letter and professional services agreement with, Steel City Consulting, which is the company that is providing the services for the Jazz in the Grove for this year. And everything is laid out. You will see their fee on here is $5,500. And, everything else is pretty cut and dry, but you're welcome to look over and I'll answer any questions you may have. And I did have an opportunity to meet with them along with our city attorney to go through the details of the contract and what would be acceptable and allowable for the city of Pleasant Grove. There is no price difference. No. No price difference, and I apologize for the short notice on that, but they just gave us the contract this week. So, and also we just had an opportunity to meet with them. Well, I'm sorry, they gave us the contract the latter part of last week. I stand corrected. Yes, from the previous 4 years.
Any issues?
No. And also, just gave us the contract, but we wanted to have a meeting with them to make sure that we addressed any, outstanding questions, issues, concerns that could be an issue this year.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So in addition to the 5,500, they will receive 15% of any, sponsorship funds that are received?
Mm-hmm. And if you read the rest of those items, you'll see that those sponsorship funds are not governmental funds. So they won't receive, by law, we would not be able to give them any percentage of governmental funds that we've received. So it has nothing to do with any funds that we've already received or any funds that are received from governmental authorities.
And they, Madam
Yes.
Mayor, there is an attachment of sponsorship origin and attribution that is showing as an attachment, and I'm not sure that you all
Oh, no,
received
we
it.
don't have that. I apologize.
Yes, is that what she wants?
Yes, yes,
Everybody-
please. Uh-huh.
yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that makes it clear as to, no, I'm good. That makes it clear as to the sponsorship responsibility. They should provide to the mayor their list of sponsors before they even solicit them, because there may be a situation where the council may not want to be in relation with that particular sponsor. And so that sets out some parameters as to, and also it may be that they have existing sponsorships on there that the city already have relationships with. And so as you move into this, we can look at ways to really regulate that more than somebody saying, we're bringing you something which it already exists. So that gives a little bit more parameters, and definitely no governmental sponsorships will they be getting any percentage on.
And also, I will add to that, that we keep in mind that we would still have to vote to accept any sponsorship. So you all would have the opportunity to be further exposed to whoever those sponsorships are going to come from, because we would not be able to accept them without officially voting to do so.
And when is that, bro?
May
Oh,
24th.
Memorial Day.
We really need to vote on it tonight, and so that's why I was apologizing to this council for the last minute delivery to you, but you have about 12 minutes, so. Right, right. So I sincerely apologize. That was not intentional.
Yeah. For, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday. It was very late in the week. That's just where it felt like it was. I mean, let's see.
It was Susan, but she didn't get the information over to us the next day, like she said.
Right, the information didn't come.
Information was late.
Yes, yes,
Secretary received the contract Thursday.
yes.
She had an opportunity to review it.
So my question is, if they're gonna do sponsorships, they're gonna do that within the next 2 weeks?
Yes.
And then at that time, all the sponsorships will come before the council for a vote on whether to accept the funds?
Yes. I mean, that parents can accept it.
Budget for next year? You have any budget?
Yes. So we have 2,600 from representing Southern, Senator Coleman, and we have Senator Stevens, and Commissioner Scales.
And that's from last year that rolled over?
Well, no, it was just, I mean, when you say last year, are
Like-
you saying last budget? I mean, you asked that budget. Or you
Yes.
saying- No, I think, commissioners money, they were fine with Mr. Cobb, commissioners money, they came in this fiscal year.
Yeah, I think this fiscal
Yeah,
year.
everything, all of that came in this fiscal.
And this, the budgeted amount was 15,000.
Budgeted amount that was voted on by the last council. So we received 13,000.
But for some reason, I thought that money was collected last year for Jackson Grove that was to occur. Because last year it was gonna occur later in the year, right?
Right, so last year Representative Sellers alleged that he gave us $2,600, which we never received. We did receive $2,900 from Senator Coleman. And we used that for something else, I can't remember what that was used for, but it was with her permission. We had to do a letter with transfer those funds from one thing to another. So we made sure that we took all of the proper steps to allocate that funding properly to, one thing to another. So the issue with Representative Sellers was he stated that he was going to approve it, but we never could coordinate with his team to get the appropriate letters to get the funding in. So the only money that was received last February for Jasmine Grove that was not used for Jasmine Grove was the 2,900 I mean, Senator Coleman.
So have they always gotten the 15%? Has that been historically the way it's worked?
No, historically, we have not had a fundraiser or a sponsorship source finder. So we have not had the situation where there was a 15%. And I think that it's important that we remember that is 15% of what they bring in. We're not obligated to pay 15% of anything. So if they find if they have a sponsorship that's $100,000, then $15,000 of that would be their fee, and that will be voted on, appropriately voted on by this council.
So how were the sponsorships, how did they come in the years prior then, if we didn't have a company like this doing it?
Years prior, it would have been just funding from whatever governmental sources that we had.
Okay.
But this company did it, this kind of provided consulting services for it last year.
Yes,
4 parts.
yeah,
I didn't hear.
That's possible.
2 years.
That's possible.
But those, now, keep in mind, any individual sponsorships that came in prior years was ones I found. So I would not have had a commission, of course. So it would have been governmental funds and sponsorships that I found. Because King Boy sponsored as well. So we had some private sponsorships.
So any particular reason why the hurry, is there any reason we have to have a Memorial Day weekend?
Well, all of the acts, everybody has been lined up, and all of the discussions have been around Memorial Day weekend, because with the previous council that rolled into this council, it was understood that with the election and everything, it was just overwhelmingly too much to have it when I traditionally had it, which was in September. 6 o'clock, when I traditionally had it in September. So the next long weekend was Memorial Day weekend, and we started that discussion with the previous council. And then we've also had some very, very surface and brief conversations with this council, but nothing detailed until we started accepting money.
So has Steel City Consulting already started performing services?
They have started performing services, but and I'll be honest with you, I don't think they ever stopped performing services, because they've been working for the efforts of us doing this. So Steel City Consultant was the consulting firm that was going to provide the services when it was going to be Labor Day weekend. So that would have been dealing with dealing with the previous council that would have approved that performance. But since this is now a whole new contract for a whole new service, that's why this is coming before this council.
So there was a previous agreement like this signed by the previous mayor and council?
No, there was not a previous agreement like this signed before the mayor and council, but there was a previous agreement approved by the previous council. So it is 6:02. So we'll call the meeting to order. And then, not to cut y'all off, council, but I'll answer any additional questions during the council meeting. So if we could have Deacon Hodge, if you'll open us up in a word of prayer, please.
All hearts and minds clear? Dear Heavenly Father, we come before your holy throne of grace once again. Father, first to say thank you for all that you've done, and praising you, Father, just for who you are. Father, I can say thank you for everything from now until eternity when what you have done. So, Father, I'll say thank you for Jesus, that you sent him here to die for our sins, that we might have a right to the tree of life. Father, as we conduct the business of this city, I pray that you would bless our leadership, bless our mayor and her family, bless our council and their family, bless our Pleasant Grove citizens at large, Father. Bless all of our city, that we might live a life that would bring you glory. Father, when everything is said and done, it is my prayer that there is more done
Thanks to everybody, and Mr. Cobb, if you'll notate that everyone is here this evening. Next on the agenda is the approval of minutes from the last regularly scheduled meeting on April 20th, 2026.
Make a motion, we approve the minutes from the last council meeting, April 20th, 2026.
A second.
Okay, well, Counselor Laster, I think, was first. So Counselor Brown and Counselor Laster, Mr. Cobb. Any questions or corrections on the minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor, show of hands, and that passes unanimously. Any special presentations this evening from any of our council members? Chief Reed, do you have any special presentations today? I don't, ma'am. Okay. All right. Good evening to everyone. Good evening. We good? Ms. Van? Yes. Okay. So let me start this evening by wishing a happy belated birthday to our technician in the back, Ms. Van. So everybody say happy birthday. So we thank her for all she does for us because she goes way above and beyond anything that we could ask her to do and well beyond her contract. So we appreciate you so much for your services that go into freelance. I want to wish a warm welcome to the new Pleasant Grove High School basketball head coach, Mr. Orlando Coleman. We do welcome him with open arms. He's a Pleasant Grove alumni. I don't know what year, but he's a Pleasant Grove alumni. He did some semi-pro ball, so we're excited to have him back to lead up our team, and we're looking forward to the what's next. I saw his post thanking everybody, and he said that he's going for everything this year, first year. So we're excited, and we encourage all of our citizens to go out and support the games whenever you have a chance. I'm sure the students would love to see all of us there. A graduation reminder, our Pleasant Grove High School students will graduate May 19th. So if you see a senior out, I know that there are 3 that works all the time. They work all the time at the Piggly Wiggly in Hueytown. So when you're in there or if you go by there, just tell them congratulations because they're super excited. So I'm excited for them. I do want to wish a congratulations to all of the PGHS alumni that graduated this past weekend and who are graduating this upcoming weekend. We have a lot of students who have gone on to advance their education at 2-year and 4-year institutions, so we are very proud of them, very excited. We had a chance to attend a graduation of 2 of our students at Tennessee State this past weekend, and so we're excited about their what's next. Both of them graduated. One graduated summa cum laude and one graduated magna cum laude. So I'm very proud of them. So also we celebrate our 5th grade graduates. They're graduating on tomorrow evening. They're going from one school to another. So I know that the anticipation and excitement is probably overwhelming, but scary, a little scary at the same time. So we wish them well on their graduation, and then I'm honored to be speaking at that graduation tomorrow night. I do want to wish a belated happy National Principals Day to all of our principals. The high school actually has 2 head principals, and then they have 4 assistant principals. Our middle school has a principal and an assistant principal, and we wish all of them a happy National Principals Day. Congratulations to our 2 of our 2022 PG alumni, high school alumni. They were drafted to the NFL. So one is Arnett Bell Cooper and Lacey Floyd. Both were drafted to the NFL. So if anybody has any question about Pleasant Grove schools, just take a look around. I mean, we are competitive, we are doing it, we are successful. So if you have to question or wonder what is the result of going to a Pleasant Grove school, just listen to some of the success stories. We have many to choose from. So also I want to wish good luck. Well, our PG Spartans competed at the AHSAA Track and Field Championships from April 30th to May 2nd. I don't have those results yet, but I'm sure they were favorable. And congratulations to all of our high school students that participated on signing day last week. We have 94 graduating seniors, and I think that is a 98% graduation rate. And May 19th has not come yet, so we are hoping that those other 2%, that it works out well for them, and we are praying for you. Congratulations to the PGHS PTA. They received several awards this past week. It's the Jefferson County CPTA Awards, and they received the Oak Tree Award, the Gold Leaf Award, the Early Bird Award, the Membership Mania Award. And their leader, Miss Eleanor Brown, was chosen as the Outstanding High School Support Person of the Year. So that is huge. Their PTA is really doing it. Also, one of our students, Mr. Byron R., received the JCC PTA Scholarship for 25-26. All of that from Pleasant Grove High School. So again, our schools are really excelling. I would not want to end my comments today without wishing all of the beautiful mothers a happy Mother's Day. I think that you all are awesome. You're amazing. You overcome so much on a daily basis. You are all super women. And I love you, and I appreciate all of you for being the mothers that you are. Thank you. Okay. Next, we have the officers of the city reports. Mr. Cobb.
I don't have anything.
Okay. Mr. Goldsmith.
I don't have much, just one thing. The recycling bin right here behind the city hall for your paper, cardboard boxes and plastic. That's all that can go in the waste management. It's threatening to take it if we keep putting regular house trash in it, tearing up the doors. Just kind of take care of it. If they take it from us, the city can't, we don't have anything to do with it. That's all I had.
Thank you for that. Citizens, please be aware that, you can come on, Chief. Please be aware that we are in jeopardy of losing one of our resources if we don't adhere to their rules and take care of what we have been granted. So please be mindful of what you're putting into the separate bins. They are separated, and it does have a door. The bin has doors that designate what goes in which bin. So please, 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 please adhere to it. Thank you.
Is there a way that we can get that information out? I mean, I know we're doing it here, but we have so many people who don't watch the meetings and don't. Is there a way we can get it out so that all of the residents are?
Yes, Miss Van will place it on the city's website.
Mr. Goldsmith. Yes, sir. Is it posted on that dumpster? What goes?
Yes.
It is.
Drum it up.
It's that cardboard on it. Yeah.
We still have cameras out there?
We do.
They have, is that posted as well, that you're being watched? They need a bigger sign sometimes, that is,
You don't know until they come and pull it and done.
yeah.
And they see what's in
Right, because usually on my job sites, I put a big sign, you're being watched, smile, you're on camera, and it cut it pretty quickly. Yes, I mean, just a thought.
We'll try to put in extra efforts if we can. Just being mindful that that's an added expense to the city, but we will do what we need to do and bring that to the council for approval.
So good evening, everybody. Just a couple of things. We are tracking some severe weather that's coming in Wednesday night. Know that I put that out on Facebook. I monitor that very closely. Any weather event, whether I'm here at home or anywhere, I get regular updates from the EMA. They've upgraded it to now to a 2 out of 5 risk. We know that this is the time of weather, this is the time of year that we get some severe weather. So stay weather aware. I do monitor and order the storm shelter open at the earliest, possibility that we need it. So everybody make yourself familiar with where it is on 7th Avenue if you haven't, and be prepared to get there in a hurry if you need to. Number 2, summer's coming up. Throughout America, there is usually a rise in crime during the summer months. More people are not in school, more people are out and about, and more people are restless and staying out later. What that means is we need our citizens to be our eyes and ears, right? So at any given time, we have 3 or 4 officers on duty, but we can't be everywhere in a 10 square mile place at once. So our citizens are a force multiplier. You're the ones that let us know most of the time that anything's going on and we can react to it. So please, look out your windows, look after your neighbors, call us immediately, and that's all I have.
Thank you so much. Ms. Kidd, do you have anything? Okay, Ms. Dansby? Good evening.
I had 2 things. The first thing is everybody know that we have elections on May the 19th. Pleasant Grove has 2 polling locations for this election. You can go to the Jefferson County Voting Commission and put in your name and address, and it'll tell you which polling location is for you. Okay, so just make sure you pass that on, especially to the seniors. They're starting to call City Hall, but it all depends on their address, okay? Secondly, the Pleasant Grove Senior Program. This month, we're gonna meet 3 times. Friday, we'll have the Pleasant Grove Senior Games at the athletic complex. I've already ordered ribbons, so I expect a big turnout from the men and the women. No activities that are gonna put you in a wheelchair or anything like that. But there will be first, second, and third place ribbons given out. We'll have some snacks and water to help you replenish from that walk, okay? Second, Mother's Day. The mayor already told you all Happy Mother's Day. I second that. We're gonna honor all the mothers of Pleasant Grove with a Mother's Day recognition lunch on May the 14th. On May the 14th at 11 a.m. at the Pleasant Grove Community Center. It's free of charge. All the mothers come out, enjoy, fellowship, just have fun, okay? And then on May the 28th, I'm just giving you all the May dates. May the 28th, we'll meet again at the community center. I have Mills Pharmacy coming in to speak with you all, give you some information. We'll have a little fun. We'll close out May that way, okay? So if you know anyone, just tell them, come out to the Pleasant Grove Community Center, enjoy it. We have fun. We have information. I need the numbers to go up. I need the numbers to go up. My vision, the mayor's vision, we cannot be successful without the numbers going up. Young and the restless can wait. Thank you.
The CAT and the regular one on the 20th. It's gonna be regular time 9 to 12?
Our regular time is from 9 to 12. This Friday, at the athletic complex, will be from 9 to 12, okay? Mother's Day luncheon will start at 11. Any other questions? Mayor Lawson is cooking.
No. Thank you, Ms. Dance. I did neglect to make one announcement, and also, Ms. Dansby, if you will provide us, well, we'll make sure that we have all of that, those dates and times correct, and ask Ms. Van to also put it on the website. I also neglected to make one of the most important announcements. The residents of Arbor at Ellington Apartment Complex are delighted to announce the 100th birthday of our neighbor, Ms. Ruby Tucker. She will turn Ms. Ruby will turn 100 on May 7th, and if you don't know anything about Ms. Ruby, let me tell you, Ms. Ruby is, she's spicy. So, Ms. Ruby, Ms. Tucker was born in Ensley, Alabama, May 7th, 1926. She graduated from Westfield High School in 1944. That same year, she moved to New York, where she worked as a seamstress for many years. Upon returning to Alabama, she resided in Fairfield before relocating to the Arbors in Pleasant Grove. Ms. Tucker is the mother of one son, Gregory, who resides in California. She is still an avid and skillful bowler, which she participates in every Monday night. She is also an avid and skillful card player, among other activities which she enjoys at the St. John's Senior Center that she attends 3 days a week. Ms. Tucker attends the Seventh-day Adventist Church each week. She is a good singer and dancer. Silk flowers and cheesecake are among things that she loves. Her favorite colors are sage and blue. She has a very outgoing personality, a great sense of humor, and usually has a big, beautiful smile on her face. So if you have not had an opportunity to meet Ms. Tucker, we're hoping to get some more information on her birthday celebration. They are planning to have a celebration for her at 5 o'clock on May 7th, which is on her birthday. So I encourage you to go by if you have a chance. So I wanted to make that announcement. And before we get to the public's announcements, we have a couple of things that we need to address as a council and mayor. So council, as part of the agenda, as part of the items that we need to address today, we have a contract proposal from ADP for the addition of 2-time clocks or 3-time clocks at the pleasure of the council, to convert our timekeeping system from a more manual one to a more electronic one that allows the employees the opportunity to see their available time, to see their used time, to see their time accumulation for the week or the pay period. And this system will do those things. It just basically upgrades our timekeeping system, and it will integrate with the ADP products that we currently use for our payroll. And so we have 2 proposals. We have one for 2-time clocks at the cost of $6,422.40 annually, and it would be billed monthly at the rate of $270 per month, plus a time and attendance fee of $265.20 per month. And that would be for 2-time clocks. And then there's a proposal for 3-time clocks, and it would be billed monthly at the rate of 3-time clocks will be billed at the rate of $405 plus $265.20 per month, or an annual cost of $8,042.40 per month. Both of those would include the waiver of the setup fee of $1,700. And I know earlier we discussed this, but we need a motion for the one that's at the council's pleasure. For the 2-time clocks, the third time, if we do 3-time clocks, the 3rd-time clock would be housed in the library for the library staff. Currently, they utilize the time clock that's housed upstairs.
Mayor, I would make a motion, due to the fact that, the library is not inconveniencing them at any, to come upstairs and use the car. I would make a motion that we, to, $6,422.40.
For the two-time.
Clock,
Okay.
yes.
And we have that in the form of a motion. Is there?
Mayor, I would second that motion that we enter into a contract with ADP for the 2-time clocks.
Okay, we have a motion with Councilor Laster. We have a second from Councilor Wilkerson. Any questions from the council? Any additional questions that you may want to ask or address on the record?
When will this take effect if this passes tonight?
This will take effect, Ms. Hodge or Mr. Cobb.
It's gonna take them approximately 6 weeks to complete everything.
Okay,
Yeah, it takes time.
yes. Okay. Any additional questions? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor, a show of hands. And that passes unanimously. Okay, council, there's one other item with Jazz in the Grove upcoming for currently scheduled for May 24th. You have an engagement letter and professional services agreement before you from Still City Consulting, where the consulting firm would be paid a fee of $5,500. In addition to that, they would also solicit sponsorship funds where they would be paid a commission of 15% of any sponsorship funds, exclusive of any governmental funds that may be received. Any sponsorship funds that are presented to the city of Pleasant Grove would be presented for consideration of acceptance by this council, so you would have an opportunity to fully vet those sponsorship dollars. And I present that to you in the form of a motion to employ Steel City Consulting to provide the services of planning and executing the events surrounding Jazz in the Grove.
Mayor, I second that motion, but I also want to let the citizens of Pleasant Grove know that we have an attorney whom have
Oh,
been
hold on, before you do that. So we have a motion by myself and a second by Councilor Wilkerson, and then Councilor Wilkerson, that can go in the commentary part, or question part. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I would also like to let the city know that we have a dynamic attorney who's involved and have viewed the legal aspects of this contract. I say I'm looking forward. It's going to be an exciting time for the city of Pleasant Grove. Let's do what we need to do to bring some excitement and enjoyment to our city. That's it.
Thank you. And I know that I had to cut off the discussion when we were talking about it in pre-council. So were there any other questions, concerns, issues about the contract or that was presented to you?
So I think, when we were discussing, I think where we stopped was that, in the past, the 15% amount had not been in there. How much have we in the past spent on the Jazz in the Grove? And I guess what are we doing this year that we feel that we need to add that component, that we need additional sponsorships? Is there something that caused that to come into play?
Well, no, it didn't cause it to come into play. So I can tell you the first year was $7,500. It was sponsored completely by governmental funds and private funds. The city of Pleasant Grove didn't have to pay anything out of their budgeted money, or out of their general fund, I should say. And then the second year, it was $11,000. I think $11,000 or $11,500 or something to that extent, was the amount that we approved not to exceed, and then Still City Consulting refunded us, I think the total was $1,000. And so the net effect was right at $10,500, but the city of Pleasant Grove did not have to pay any funds from general fund. The third year, the city of Pleasant Grove, I think, paid out of the general fund an amount of $500. And the other funding was from private and governmental funds, but we fell short about $500. And then last year, I think all of the funding was governmental funds and private funds, and the city of Pleasant Grove didn't have to pay any money. But nothing happened that the sponsorship money, other than us trying to create partnerships with community partners that would be created through sponsorship dollars versus private donors.
And Still City Consulting was involved all 3 years, or,
This is the 5th year. They've been involved every year.
and the fee that they have here is the fee that they have had each year, or has this amount increased, or?
It has increased, but I don't want to quote an amount, but it was always based on whatever funding we had. It was never based on, if say the event was $7,500 that year, so their fee may have been $1,500 because there was less to do. You had a smaller event, there was less to do, fewer acts, etc.
I have a question. So this is more or less incentive, if you will, for Still City to produce more funds to make it a better show? Is this?
The sponsorship dollars
That's what I
are.
figured. Okay.
Mhm. The sponsorship dollars, but the $5,500 is not based on the sponsorship dollars. That's just the amount that they would charge for an event this size.
No, I get it. It has to grow. I get it.
And then also you will see the scope of services, so it includes event strategy and planning, marketing, communications, sponsorship and fundraising support, not the actual sponsorship dollars. It's the strategy and positioning, vendor and entertainment coordination, logistics and operations, committee and stakeholder coordination, and then it gives you the term, which it shall not exceed June 15th, 2026.
Do they have a budget for this, for the Jason Grove already?
Yes, that, right now is $15,000, and that was approved by the previous council. Wasn't it 15,000?
It's 15,000.
15,000, and that was previously voted on and approved by the previous council for this date.
Okay, I have one more question. So from prior years beginning to now, the city's involvement, has it been a stair-step of increase of funds from the city?
No,
Maybe you
it
answered
just,
that, maybe.
well, it just depends. So there was 2 years that the city had to contribute funds. So, well, I'm sorry. Yes, 2 years of the 4 years, the city had to contribute funds, but they were minuscule compared to the amounts that were contributed by outside.
I guess I'm looking at the motivation. I agree with it for the motivation of it. They have skin in the game now. No, I'm in total agreement. You got to grow, otherwise it's got to remain the same.
Yes.
I get it now. I appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am.
And we have safeguards up, looks like. We have to vote on it anyway prior to.
Correct. Before we accept any funds, to make sure that there are no unwarranted or uninvited or unintended consequences from any sponsors that this council
Okay.
and myself would not want to obligate ourselves to.
I got you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Any other questions or concerns?
I would just like to say that, in my personal opinion, it feels a little rushed, and it feels like it just got placed in front of us tonight for it to happen, for us to vote on it tonight. We just got this, so on this evening, I will be refraining from voting
Okay.
on this.
Okay.
And I think that's some of my concern as well. And I almost feel like our hands are tied because you said that they've technically already been working. So I feel like I feel like an agreement was entered into prior to it actually coming before the council. So like the decision had already been made, which is that's not a huge issue, but if it's something that we're to vote on, this is the absolute first time that I heard that it would be Memorial Day weekend. I'm actually kind of upset I won't be in town. But this is the first time that I'm hearing that it's gonna be this weekend. So I too believe that it just seems a little rushed. So we have to vote on this tonight, then whatever sponsorships, I guess that they probably already started securing, will have to come before us on the next council meeting. And that's it, like, that's all the time that we have. I just, would have preferred to have had more time to read it. And not that I don't trust our attorney, because I do. And so I'm sure that she has thoroughly vetted it. But just, I just kind of feel like it was thrown at us at the last minute. My mic is on. You
It's
can't hear
on.
me. I'm just short, so I sit far back. I'm sorry. I'll try to,
If I
they
can.
told us not to touch them, so I'm trying to.
Please, do not jail touching the mics, okay? If I can add, just, just from the background that I arrived before I got into construction, we have a good relationship with Steel City. And I don't think, I think it would be a black eye if we say we can't do it based on small items. I think we gotta look a little further into our relationship with them. I've been on both sides of sponsorship. I sponsored help with this as a citizen. So I believe in order for us to grow, we have to put things before our constituents to give them something to do. We complain about we don't have anything to do, but I think we're gonna work out. We have safeguards to come before us before anything is finalized. But if you stop them now, they won't have a chance to carry it out. They won't have a chance to, get the proper sponsorships. You have to have time to get sponsorships. It's not something that you just walk in someone's office and ask for 5,000, 10,000. You just can't do that. And I think we just need to, if we could search our hearts a little deeper and say that this is not a new relationship. Now, if it was new, I would probably sit back in the chair and say, no. But this is 5 years, and I think it would be a black eye on us.
I'm not questioning the relationship at all, because apparently they have worked well with the city and done the city good. But you said it yourself, it takes time. And I think this is rushed. I think it was just put in front of us tonight. We haven't had a chance to look at it and really read over it good, think about it. The 15% is something new, and so therefore there won't be a change in heart where I sit tonight, because it's too rushed, and that's just my opinion.
No, it's no problem. You're entitled to that. Only thing I say is I want everybody else to think about the safeguard that you have even after this. You have a chance to stop it. This is not the end all, but it does stop the production of the show.
And Madam Mayor, may I?
Sure.
I do hear the concerns, and I do want to address them at least from the vantage point in which I proceeded to look at it. The contract itself is a very standard contract. I think that is to be said. I do think it may be some angst about the 15% because it's not been before you all before. However, for me, in looking at that, it really insulates the council to a great degree in that I've heard, and it's been good, I've heard private solicitation where Councilor Van may have sponsored under her own business. But as elected officials, you all should really watch how you go out and solicit a Jack's or a local vendor. There needs to be some insulation because under the ethics rules, that could be construed to be a little dangerous. So I saw that here and felt really good about it. Now, I was also under the impression that at least one, maybe the last council meeting, that the money had been taken in. So I felt like there had to be some discussion around the event itself because money was being offered by the governmental people who had sat and sent money in for the commitment to the event. Now, I can't say that I can say definitively that I heard a date, but I knew that it had been discussed in doing so. So I think that the 15% is good in that I didn't have an opportunity to look at the going rate, so to speak. But in and of itself, it gives the council protection. If she raises or the entity raises no money, they get no money. If they raise, as was presented, $100,000, then they would get 15% of that per the contract. And it also solidifies the relationship with the council, because I think there are people in this community who are waiting to be asked to be a part of the city. What I heard tonight with the school, Pleasant Grove is a really strong city, and the more you get the marketing out for participant and engagement, I think the better, because I also can see other things around here that really needs to be spruced up a little bit. And you may be able to get people to sponsor those kinds of things. So putting this in place, I think, is a good idea. That's my opinion. I also think that as you move forward with it, those relationships will be solidified, and I would be willing to hold those who are soliciting to a negotiated price. That's what that sponsorship says, that if we already have a relationship to them and you brought them to us, then we might look at splitting the difference. It may not be 15%. The next contract, you may only get 3% off of that one based on how engaged they are to us. But this coming out of the gate right now, I don't feel that 15% is egregious in what we're trying to do and what I feel my duty is, and that is a fiduciary duty to this council first, to make sure that your integrity and your professionalism is protected. So I will stand behind the 15% solicitation.
Thank you.
And I'll just say, Attorney Kidd, I do appreciate you giving us that information. And I don't want it to be misconstrued that we didn't know that Jasmine Grove was gonna occur. Because we expected it to occur last year, but we knew what happened, the election came up, and so, but it's normally later in the year. All I'm saying is, this is the first that I knew that it would be Memorial Day weekend. And it just,
Well, I was gonna say a couple of weeks ago, I announced it because, Mr. Gardner, not Mr. Gardner, Mr. Bolden, inquired about it. And so I know that I publicly announced it then, but as I stated earlier, I'm not stating that the council, that we've had extensive conversations to say May 24th, but we did vote on accepting the funds, and the funds were given for the event to occur on that date. So, that's pretty much where we are. So, and just so the council is aware, I will share that when I applied for the funds from Senator Coleman and Representative Sellers, I did have to provide, and the commission, I did have to provide them an event date. So those funds were tied to a particular event date. So. So we have a motion, any more questions, I'm sorry? We have a motion, we have a second, and hearing no other questions, all those in favor? And all those opposed? And is that an abstention, Councilor Brown?
Yes,
And then we have one abstention, Councilor Brown. Thank you, council. Okay, so now we have comments from the public. If you have a comment this evening, I'm sorry. City council first, my apologies. Councilor Wilkerson.
Madam Mayor, did you declare the vote?
I said,
You said one abstention,
yeah, one abstention, and then, all others were yes.
so that motion passes.
Yes, the motion passes. Thank you, Attorney Kidd. Councilor Wilkerson.
Good evening, I'll be brief, Mayor. We have a Veterans Resource Fair planned for June the 3rd, 2026, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. here at the Pleasant Grove Community Center. I visited Hueytown, Bessemer, Fairfield, Midfield, trying to get the word out, and I've solicited support from other individuals. And I'm soliciting your support and engagement to go out and tell someone about this event. Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers. I've noticed that on Fifth Avenue, trash is beginning to appear again. So let's talk to our neighbors, and let's remind our neighbors to remind those that are visiting us that as they're traveling throughout our city, don't just toss things out of their vehicle windows. You know, our Public Works Department is doing a great job keeping it clean. Let's not reverse the efforts which has already been made. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilor Wilkerson. Councilor Van Williams.
I gotta check his forehead first. You done? Feeling okay today? All right. Good evening to everyone. I had an excellent day today. I actually spent several hours at the high school today, visiting with Principal Watkins. I think I had a vice principal, 2 counselors. I had an outstanding, refreshing day. I also spoke with 3 finalists for my gift as in way of scholarship. I have 3 finalists at that high school for senior night, which is happening on May the 11th at 6 o'clock. I want you to put that on your calendars for a lot of reasons, as what I'm about to tell you in just a second. But on May the 11th is dedicated for seniors. It's a special time for our graduates to showcase, you know, what they've done for 12 years going through that school system. I don't care who says about Pleasant Grove. I'm a product of Pleasant Grove. I've done very well. If you don't have anything good to say, what are you doing to help the situation? Check yourselves. And I'm saying that boldly. We have some great students at Pleasant Grove. To that end, we did a ACT pep rally a few weeks ago over at Miles College, where we had the seniors to tour Miles College and some of the juniors. I am happy to report, with the permission of Principal Watkins, our scores are based on, I didn't know this, it's based on our ACT scores, how we get that report card. And we don't even teach it in high school. So our kids go in blindly, and we get this report that judges them on these scores. But I'm happy to report, because we were a part of that. We had to go and hype them up. They're a couple of points higher. So when the report comes out later in the year, we'll be proud to announce that we have improved in our scores. Now, that's what I ran on. I am two toes down? I don't even know the language. I tell the kids, please school me the language. But I get cool enough just to talk to them. And so that is what propelled me to stretch out my budget to give them something to look forward to. So we are going to give away some really nice things on May the 11th for our seniors. And again, these are not for seniors that got the highest grade point average. Matter of fact, they're more of the underdog. I have some things for you, Goldsmith. We have some underdogs who are seeking going to Lawson State, Jefferson State. They are seeking avenues to the blue-collar jobs that pay very, very well. So I mentioned to them, I threw out there quite a bit, so you're probably going to get a few calls. So thank you for having that summer program available. We have one young man who works for Home Depot, and his aspiration is to be HVAC tech. Yeah, so just having those conversations with those 3 students. To be better, we got to think better. We got to think bigger. We got to show our kids that we're not stagnated about small things. We've got to give them a path to see better. They're part of our funnel. I don't know who y'all think is in this funnel behind us, but these are the people who are supposed to take the torch behind us. So we can all do our part. Again, if we don't have anything good to say, ask yourselves. I hear so much sometimes on social media, which I just shut part of it out. The school system has gone down. No, it has not. The parenting may have gone down, but not the school system. That's what I see. So let's do our part, okay? I'm challenging every citizen. Again, I don't have children, Not one on this earth. I'm sorry?
The time.
Oh, the time for is 6 p.m. on May the 11th, 6 p.m. It would do them so good to see smiling faces, to applaud them as, you know, we talk about their accomplishments. Thank you so much in advance. You did steal the thunder on Orlando Coleman. He is the new head coach, and he was professional basketball.
sorry.
It was a semi-pro.
Sorry.
He was a professional basketball player overseas for several years, and he decided, he and I had extensive talks as well before he took the job. I begged, I said, just deep down, please. And they have received him well. Right. The last thing, as you mentioned, graduation is also Alabama Theater. That would be on May 24th. May 24th, Alabama Theater. I'm not so sure about, it's May 20th.
May 19th.
May 19th, I'm sorry, I got May 24th for something. But anyway, May 19th, thank you for that. May 19th, everybody got that date? All right, and it's at 12 o'clock. It's during the day, yes, 12 o'clock. I think it's gonna be a spot, if you just let her know, or someone know, elected officials, yeah,
Yeah.
to have somewhere to sit. So you won't have to fight that, you know, that battle there. That's for the school, so just stay tuned. The All-Pro Blitz, some of you are aware of it. James Bradbury All-Pro Blitz, Pleasant Grove was definitely on the map on last week. Bradbury's from Pleasant Grove, myself, my sister, we're from Pleasant Grove, and we raised over $100,000, $125,000 to be exact. So, thank you. Our vision for next year, I will let the cat out the bag. Trajectory is a little different. Since I sit in this seat, you know, I look in Pleasant Grove first. I want to stay at home. And our school systems here, along with Birmingham, Bessemer, we have representatives from all over. We want to include Pleasant Grove in that number with dedicated money, intentional money, so that now that I got a very close-up view with the school system, we kind of realize what we need there. And most of it is in the form of mentorship. So that's why I want y'all to keep thinking about our kids, okay? Freelance. Get ready. All right, moving on. I was able to go ahead and take the zoning course. I went ahead and, I know you have it next month, but I went ahead and just did it last week, got it over with. So I was, I voted on, I guess, put into that position on the zoning board, coming from the council to represent for the zoning board, and I went ahead and took that extensive course. There is one part left to do at home, but I will have that completed by the weekend. Other than that, that is my update. Thank you for listening. We changed courses this time. I was a little longer, sorry. But keep our children prayed up, y'all. Keep them prayed up. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Williams.
Absolutely.
Councilor Gary, unless you want me to go to Councilor Lasser?
I'm fine.
Okay, Councilor Gary.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Can you hear me?
Sure.
Okay. All right, so we'll start first with the news from the Pleasant Grove Library. The month of May is a busy month for the Pleasant Grove Library, for the Pleasant Grove Library. Tomorrow, May 5th at 10 a.m. is Medicare 101. Wednesday, May 13th at 10 a.m., Mark Mellison and the Pleasant Grove Poetry Club invite you to join us for a special gathering in celebration of Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. The club will explore a vibrant collection of poems from the anthology We Gathered the Heat, featuring voices of poets of Korean, Japanese, Chinese, Hawaiian, Thai, and Filipino heritage. The book club meets on Wednesday, May 20th at 10 a.m. Paula Johnson and Mary Harden are leading our May book, The Things We Leave Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros. Our May meeting will be in memory of Donna, is it Roth? Donna Roth?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, as we honor one of her favorite authors and sign a book in her memory. The Pleasant Grove Library will be closing at noon on Friday, May 23rd, and reopen on Tuesday, May 26th at 8 a.m. in observance of the Memorial Day holiday. Summer reading kickoff on Wednesday morning, June 3rd at 10 a.m. with summer painting with Brenda. You can sign up for a seat in the library. And also on that day at 2 p.m., we will celebrate Summer Read-A-Palooza, Magic with Dinosaurs, free Kona Ice for all program attendees. pick up a summer reading packet in the library to get in on our reading contest and prizes. Nitwick Sewing Group meets every Wednesday at 1 p.m. and the genealogy by appointment is available in the library. All right, the Risk Management Committee met on the 30th. We discussed a few policies dealing with our take-home vehicles and key control and facility access. And so the attorney is working on some new policies or updating our policies that we have in place for those. And so when they're ready, we will bring those back before the council to review and vote on. As we are continuing to look at our policies and everything, tonight I am going to be making a motion to request a copy of the employee manual. Would you like me to do that now or at the end of my comments?
Oh, you can do it.
Okay, so I am asking that the council would allow me to have a copy of the employee manual, and I guess I'm making that in the form of a motion.
Okay, we have a motion to request a copy of the employee manual.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion from Councilor Gary, second from Councilor Brown. Any questions? Any additions to the request? Issues, concerns? All those in favor? And that motion passes. Next.
Thank you. So the committee will start reviewing several policies just to make sure that our procedures are up to date and aligned with best practices for our risk management. We are working to establish a consistent meeting date. So for those on the risk management committee, I will be getting with you with hopes that we can have that finalized by the next meeting and we can announce our standard date and time at that meeting. The last time we were here, I talked about us making noise about getting the areas cut coming into the city. I don't know if it was Pleasant Grove or it was the county, but I've noticed that there was plenty. Was it the city?
Well, part.
We cut all this in trees.
Okay, well, thank you so much. It's already looking so much better coming through. So now we just got to work on the trash because when they cut, it just cut up all the trash, and I appreciate it. I'm not complaining, but it cut up all the trash. And so I realized that our staff can't do everything and that we have to do our part. And I do realize that we have 2 other committees that could possibly be working on cleanup efforts. But if we can, I would love for the council to consider us doing a cleanup day like we do for the Village Creek cleanup, but maybe doing it a little earlier in the year where we can kind of tackle just that area, just coming in. Because I know that our employees can't do it all by themselves. And so I want us to make sure that we're playing a part. We all live here, and I know it's not us dumping the trash. I know it's not us, but we can go out and kind of help pick up. And so just if we can try to just look at coordinating something and maybe getting with other organizations or the churches or even offering community service hours for some of the youth to come out and assist, I think that would be great. And so just at some point, I'm not sure which committee that goes to, but if we can consider that. And soon we will start planning for the Fall in the Grove event. It's tentatively scheduled for the end of October. I don't know if the date that that has already been planned will work. I know that we had a brief conversation about it. So, but we will, we're trying to get around football season. We want to make sure it's well attended. So we're going to talk about that, but we will provide that date soon. Today is the last day to register to vote. So if you know anyone who is not registered to vote, it is very, very, very important. But today is the last day, and you can go online to the Secretary of State website to vote. Oh, I thought you was telling me. I thought. Well, I know today should be the last day. So if you go online, you may still be able to register. But just make sure that everyone that you know is actually registered to vote. Oh, okay, till tonight. Mayor, I did have a resident that reached out to me about their roads being messed up based off of the water company coming out. And it's not the ones that we've heard a lot about already. This is gonna be over by, and I don't have the address, I'll have to send it to you, but I think it's over behind the park, a street that's somewhere over behind. I don't know, so I thought I brought it with me, but I didn't, but I'll make sure that I get the address to you. And I don't know, what we may be able to do to reach out to them, but.
I don't know who specifically reached out, that's my name, use my address because it's leading to my street.
Is it fourth something?
It's fourth terrace. and, cause I live on Fort Terrace, it's the street adjacent to it, and the two go on parallel.
Okay, I knew it was I thought it was Fort Terrace, but I wasn't positive, but yes, in that area. And I think they said that the water company came out, did some work, and in repairing it, didn't properly repair it, so,
But I'm not sure if it's there.
okay. It just came to me, I just want to make sure that I get it out there. Okay, and so, just two other things, just, you know, I just want to say about the contract that we approved tonight. I did vote for it, related to the services for the Jasmine Grove. However, I would request that in the future, especially since this is not, they didn't just start working on it last week and it wasn't just planned. In the future, if we can get these things a little earlier, so that I don't feel like I'm rushed in making a decision, or that I'm agreeing to something on the back end of them already starting, partially working. And then, other than that, just happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, and have a great rest of the week.
Thank you, Councilor Gary, and I will renew that, that concern was expressed way back in, I think, November. The concern that you all received, information at last minute, and I wanted you to be reminded, and I want to repeat that this was not a common occurrence. So, your concern is duly noted, and I'll make sure that, well, I'll make every effort. I'm not gonna say make sure, I'll make every effort that that doesn't happen. Councilor Brown?
Good evening, everyone, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I only have one thing tonight, and that is just that as I've been out talking to some of my customers here in Pleasant Grove and mowing grass and being around the city a lot, one of the most things that I hear when I say, hey, what do you like? What's going good? Is they love the police presence and checking on the doors and things like that. So Chief Reed, I just kudos to you once again for your top-notch department that you have there. And that's all I have for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Brown. Councilor Lassiter?
Good evening, everyone. I want to say happy Mother's Day as well to all the mothers. Looking forward to this Sunday, and I hope and pray that you all have a blessed Mother's Day. Those mothers who have lost their mothers, or those ones that have lost their mothers or whatever, I know that during that time, this time of year, it can be kind of hard on you, but we praying for you as well. So, you know, stay prayed up and keep doing what you're doing. Also, I just want to say to one our own and here in Pleasant Grove, Minister Dorothy Lavester, she's doing a prayer in the park at Carlinga Park on May 16 at 12 noon. Well, I'm sorry, from 10 to 12. And she want the community to come join her out as she, and several other, there will be several other officials that will be out there with her on showing their support and prayer for every community and our children that's out there. So come out and join her during that time. Another thing, I want to just give a round of applause for our very own Miss Brenda, Lawrence. From what I was told, Pleasant Grove never had a senior queen. And she did a super awesome job. I mean, you know, I'm surprised to see 50, think of what, 60 and older. Man, she modeled like she was 20 years old. And she did a super awesome job, and she did Pleasant Grove very proud, very well. She really, she wanted to win, but it wasn't all of that to her. It was just participating in it, being a part of it. And she really, really, if you were there, you'd have got the applause. I mean, it was awesome. And she was first runner-up. Second runner-up.
She was second.
Second runner-up. Okay. Yeah, so going forward on this, we'll have people that participating in this, so going forward, so seniors get ready. Another thing I want to say, Mayor, to Mr. Goldsmith, thank you on Ridge Way and Oak Ridge Drive for putting the sign up, but for some reason it's leaning. And that's not to you, I appreciate what y'all do, so, if y'all, Mayor, yeah.
Yes, sir.
But thank you, that's it.
Thank you, Councilor Laster, and now we'll hear from any of our citizens that would like to say something. If you would, please begin with your name and address, speaking to the microphone, and we'll look forward to hearing from you. As you come, sir, Ms. Hodge,
That was it.
do you have anything?
Actually, thank you, Councilor Lesser. You spoke on what I was gonna say for Ms. Lawrence.
I just want to address the waterworks problem. They said 30 days after their last working day, they'll come back around and fix all grass, paint the room, and everything. So you gotta give them 30 days from the last day you see the waterworks work out there.
I was like, if they were doing, but I do know that there are, the citizens are complaining. But I don't think they're done, it looks like they were still working this morning. But that's good to know, I'm ready to work.
And I think the reasoning for doing that is because once they repair it, they wanna make sure that it's okay. Instead of repaving the road and they gotta come back, they gotta dig it up again.
Right.
So 30 days is kinda like, good to say whether it needs to come back or what the problem is or not, but it is 30 days. And we will note that on our website as well. Thank you.
Thank you for that update. Our apologies, sir.
No problem. My name is Richard Carter. I live at 739 12th Street here in Pleasant Grove. I've lived here since 1976. The bridge here in the park that you all have blocked off, I walk the park all the time. I've seen several young folks, kids, 16, 15, just going underneath the little barricade. So I would encourage you, because I looked at that bridge, it doesn't really look that safe, so you might want to urge that company to hurry up and come fix it.
Yes, sir, we will take note of that.
Okay, also, I seen one individual, he was probably not the sharpest individual. He's about 17, and he, on the eastern, where the picnic tables are, he actually was on the roof, climbed up on the roof, in tennis shoes, just walking around on the roof. I told him it was dangerous and all. Of course, I'm not an officer, I don't have authority to hold him or anything. I used to work at Sanford Safety and Security. Years ago, I would have got him down, but I'm not a Pleasant Grove officer, so I didn't do that.
Yes,
But,
sir.
that was kind of strange that somebody like that would climb up on the very top of the roof and just walk around like it was no problem, and he was Superman, and he didn't have to worry about things. I just thought I'd let you all know about that.
So for the safety of our citizens, we would ask that if you notate anything like that, if you would call City Hall, not necessarily 911. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for that information, though.
Hi, to the council, Mayor.
Name, address.
My name is DeWitt Vincent, 4025 Woodbridge Place. Had to forgive my voice, Michael. I've been having a problem with my voice. So if it go out,
Yes, sir.
Okay. Few things I had down here. I don't know the relationship with the power companies that you have on the power grids. I've been in Pleasant Grove for 5 years, and I noticed I've never been in a community where lights go out like that. So we've been having a problem with the power grid. I don't know, is it just feeding Woodridge area and Smithfield? Okay then. Yeah, I don't know how far it go out. I didn't know, did it knock everything out over here or the whole Pleasant Grove?
Smithfield Forest and Woodridge specifically
Okay.
was the other night.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, yeah, I just wondered, do we have a problem with that grid? Then they went out today, you know, calm day we had, no wind blowing, but power went out about 15 minutes probably. I don't know what that grid is, but I don't know whether or not you talked to the power company on some of that stuff.
We do. I will tell you that we have an extensive relationship that has been formed in the past 2 months with Alabama Power. So I'm very encouraged that we will start to get some prompt answers based on the relationships that have been formed and also the meetings we have planned.
Okay.
So hopefully we'll have some information. I can't tell you that it will be fixed in a month.
Yeah, I
but,
understand. You
Yeah,
know,
but at least
I-
we can address it
Okay,
directly
all
with
right.
someone
I know,
of purpose.
I didn't know was not something I need to get used to or something.
No. I hope not.
Okay, okay, and my next thing, on the Steel City function I was talking about. Now, I've been coming to these meetings for a number of times, and I remember we brought that up. And I'm not on the council, and I know about it. I don't see why the council member don't know about that time. You know, I know we vote on a lot of things, and we want time to look at things and make our votes on it and stuff. But I'm sure y'all discussed that at some point, you know, during your pre-meetings, stuff like that, you know. And I think we as citizens, we don't really understand why we have negative vibe on a lot of stuff we're trying to do. If it's something that we're trying to do and we can afford to do it, I pay my tax dollars, a lot of tax dollars, and I just feel like whatever we got coming into Pleasant Grove, let's get it and run with it. Because that's the only way things gonna happen. We got to make it happen. If we turn things down, next time, well, do y'all wanna do this? They might say, nah, we don't want food Pleasant Grove. We don't want that kind of vibe. Not in our house. You know, we wanna make everybody welcome. So when we do something, we can look at it, and if we wanna do it, let's go for it. You know, that's why I'm here in Pleasant Grove. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your comments, Mr. DeWitt. Hi.
City Council. My name is Betty Davis. I live at 331 13th Place. And I have a caved-in drain pipe beside my home. And this is over 2 years in the making. It was supposed to be, I spoke with Milton several months ago, but now he's retired. He told me to reach out to the new people, but nobody's reached back out to me. I've called twice in the past 3 weeks. And it's really, now it's eroding. It was just at the entrance, but now just time and stuff is coming out towards the road. It's very visible and it's making the trees, you know, in that, like starting to fall over. So you can't even hardly see in there anymore. So I'm just coming to sit before you, trying to get this fixed. And I wanted to commend City Councilman Wilkerson. Or yes. You. I just wanted to commend you because this is my first time on the new council, and just everything you said about education and how you're going out for the kids really just touched my heart because I'm adopting. And I will have a new student starting at Pleasant Grove High School this year. And so that just really just made me just say, yeah. And I just wanted to commend you. Oh, and happy Mother's Day to everybody.
What was your address?
331 13th Place.
Well, congratulations on the
Thank
new
you.
addition to your family. and
Thank
Happy
you.
Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So Ms. Davis, I was one of the people that you reached out to via Messenger. So I'm not sure if I.
You sent the information to me and I spoke to Ms. Davis about it and I contacted her with works. She's on the list.
Oh, okay. So Please be patient with us. We're trying to get to everyone, and you know, citizens, I'll be very honest with you. There were a lot of things that were dormant and that had accumulated that, you know, I don't know if they just hadn't had a chance to get to them, or just had not reported them or anything like that. So we appreciate your patience with us because we have been inundated with calls and requests and everything because we're actively trying to correct issues and address concerns. So we appreciate the citizens reaching out to us, and we just ask for a little grace, mercy, and patience because we are trying to actively address those issues and concerns. It's not that we don't hear you, we're just trying to work through the list. And so we thank y'all for your patience. Mr. McElroy, do you have anything? So I apologize for skipping you as well. Do you have anything today? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, and also, I will make note to this council, that May 11th is the next planning and zoning committee as well. So I'm not sure how we'll address that if we're trying to all participate in the senior night. So any update will go out within the next 24 hours because we have to give at least a 7-day notice. So any update would go out within the next 24 hours. So hearing nothing else from anyone? For the planning and zoning, it's 6 o'clock, and then the senior night is 6 o'clock. So, so we appreciate you all coming out tonight. Be careful. Enjoy your Mother's Day. And husbands, son, be nice to mommies.